The stickers on fruit are edible. The stickers that are placed on our favorite fruit are actually fine to eat. Now you don't have to freak out when you accidentally take a chomp of one. Although, just because they are okay to eat, doesn't mean you should eat them. Pecans are rich with antioxidants. Here are more fun food facts you might find interesting about pecans. We don't know anyone who eats pecans on a regular basis, but did you know that they are one of the most antioxidant-rich nuts out there? Eat up! Green, yellow and red capsicums are not the same vegetable. The different colored capsicums are not always from the same plant. Although some green capsicums are just unripe red capsicums, the yellow, orange and even red capsicums are all unique plants with their own seeds. The story of the sandwich. This lunchtime classic is said to have been invented by the Earl of Sandwich. An avid gambler, John Montague was on a 24-hour streak and did not want to leave his table. He wanted to eat without having to put his cards down, thus the sandwich was born. Raspberries are a member of the rose family. As are cherries, apricots, plums, pears, apples, quinces, peaches, strawberries, and blackberries. These types of fruits typically have flowers with 5 equal petals arranged around a central core. Unlike many other fruits, once picked, unripe raspberries do not ripen. Caesar salad originated from a Mexican city. Bet you didn't know this. We sure didn't. The Caesar salad started in a Mexican city called Tijuana. Restaurateur chef Cesar Cardini was hosting a 4th of July celebration. He ran out of food, and simply threw the ingredients he had lying around the kitchen into a unique salad. Obviously, it was a huge success. Dark chocolate. Chocolate was first seen in bar form around 1910. Dark chocolate is made from the roasted beans of the cacao tree and has many health benefits. From improving bad cholesterol to lowering blood pressure, helping to reduce stress and improving vision, it's definitely worth eating a square or 2 a day. A study by Harvard also found that drinking 2 cups of hot chocolate a day prevented memory decline. There are only 2 countries in the world where Coca-Cola does not exist. You might think Coca-Cola is something you can find anywhere in the world, but these 2 countries have been in long-term U.S. trade embargoes, North Korea since 1950 and Cuba since 1962. However, North Korea has made its own dark-colored soda. They call it Ryongjan Cola or Cocoa Sparkling. It has the similar red packaging and cursive font. The best place in the world to see rainbows is in Hawaii. If you're an avid rainbow gazer and want to get your fill of the beautiful phenomenon, look no further than the state of Hawaii. A study published by the American Meteorological Society in 2021 noted that the area's mountains produce sharp gradients in clouds and rainfall, which are key to abundant rainbow sightings. Air pollution, pollen, and a large amount of cresting waves also help to put Hawaii at the top of the list when it comes to rainbow quantity and quality. Pistachios are actually fruits. Another unbelievable but true random fact. They are actually the seeds of a fruit. The outer fruit is removed during processing. Like other nuts, pistachios are a rich source of protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, which can help people with weight management, protect against diabetes and hypertension and improve digestion. The omega-3 fatty acids present in pistachios can help lower your blood pressure and may also reduce your risk of heart disease. As sweet as nectar. Did you know that the word nectarine means sweet like nectar, and this is most likely the origin of the name? Studies have suggested that nectarines, like peaches, originated in China over 2,000 years ago and were introduced to England in the late 16th or early 17th centuries. Nutritionally, nectarines are a high source of vitamin C and A and are abundant in antioxidants. They aid in weight loss, help regulate blood pressure levels and overall good health. They also help improve immunity and heart health. Broccoli contains more protein than steak. Former President George W. Bush may have once famously proclaimed, "I'm President of the United States and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli," but don't listen to him. Besides the usual nutrition one gets from eating their greens, broccoli has a great deal of protein. Calorie for calorie, there is more protein in broccoli than steak. And it doesn't come with all those saturated and trans fats or cholesterol, so you can get all the protein you need with a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease with this healthy food. You could walk from Russia to Alaska, on ice. Between Russia and Alaska lies the Bering Strait. When it freezes up in the winter, you can journey across, with 3.8 kilometers being the shortest end. However, just because it's possible, doesn't mean it's legal. Or safe, as the ocean winds are extremely cold and the ice below may shift. In 2006, 2 adventurers set out from Alaska to cross the frozen path on foot. They crossed 90 kilometers in 15 days before they were detained in Russia for violating immigration laws. There are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. Around 80% of Greenland is covered by the Greenland ice sheet, which Britannica explains is the largest and possibly the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciations in the Northern Hemisphere. But has it always been so icy? Well, at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometers core sample, which was taken in 1966 at Camp Century during the Cold War, researchers found well-preserved fossil plants and biomolecules, which means that the massive sheet melted and reformed at least once in the last million years. Glaciers and ice sheets hold about 69% of the world's freshwater. Just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its oceans, according to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world's fresh water resources via the United States Geological Survey, USGS. However, that's primarily saltwater. To find the bulk of the world's freshwater you need to trek to the poles, as 68.7% of it is encased in ice caps, permanent snow, and glaciers. For more facts sent right to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter. The fastest gust of wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles per hour. Hang on to your hats because this isn't your average windstorm. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eyewall produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 miles per hour gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 mph set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. It snows in the Sahara Desert. Deserts are known to have very low precipitation. And if rainfall is rare, wouldn't snowfall be even rarer? Well, the impossible happened in 2018 and the Sahara Desert was covered in a blanket of white snow. However, the snow only lasted for a day before melting under the hot sun. The first recorded snowfall was in 1979, a snowstorm that lasted half an hour. Although temperatures dropped to freezing in the night, the lack of moisture makes it almost impossible to produce any snow. But who knows, you might be lucky enough to see it on your next trip to the Sahara. Apples give you more energy than coffee. The coffee snobs may not don't want to believe it, but it's true. If you're ever a little low on energy during the afternoon, then consider munching into an apple instead of buying a cup of coffee. Thanks to its high carbohydrate, fiber, vitamin C and mineral content, eating apples are the perfect, and healthy, option to help you stay energized all day. The world's most hated vegetable is one of the best for you. Brussels sprouts may be the most hated vegetable, but it's among the most nutritious veggies out there. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals, has virtually no calories, no fat, no cholesterol, and it fills you up. China has only one time zone. Having a single time zone is fine if the sun rises and sets at the same time for everyone. However, as Beijing is preparing to go to bed at midnight, folks in Xinjiang are just beginning to watch the sunset. That's pretty wild considering how China is almost the size of the United States, which has 6 time zones. Interestingly, China didn't always operate on Beijing time. Beijing Standard Time was only established in 1949, a decision by Chairman Mao Zedong in the name of national unity. Before that, in 1912, there were 5 recognized time zones that were 5.5 to 8.5 hours past Greenwich Mean Time. Sudan has the most pyramids in the world, not Egypt. Egypt and pyramids are almost synonymous, but did you know there are pyramids in Sudan too? Nubia, a region in Sudan, has 255 pyramids, twice the number in Egypt. After ruling Egypt's 25th dynasty, the Nubian pharaohs fled to Sudan and formed the Kushite kingdom, incorporating the Egyptian culture in their new city. The Nubian pyramids aren't as widely visited as those in Egypt. So chances are you'll have the pyramids all to yourself. Jebel Barkal is the most rewarding out of the 4 main sites. The pyramids there are well preserved and stand beside a small mountain. Climb up the mountain just before sunset to catch stunning views of the Nile.